Hello, everyone. Welcome. And today is Monday, March 4th, 2024. I am Solid Blue Sister, and this is my turn to talk. And I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, had a wonderful weekend. Hey, Frankie, Blood Ninja, and Brenda, welcome back. Welcome back. And as I said, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. My day has been my morning has been a bit eventful. Hey, Juju, welcome. Mr. Enigma, welcome back. And as always, whatever platform you're listening, be it live or on the replay, are always appreciated. And thank you very, very much. And as always, I'm going to upload my outro song. Hey, Minnesota, welcome. I didn't see you pop in here. Welcome. Sweet Angel Bear, welcome. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so teenage girls loving older men. Is it puppy love, and how much are the girls at fault? Okay. All right, so I thought this would be an interesting topic, with the Me Too movement. Just the way society is, period. But teenage girls loving older men, and teenagers, I'm saying 13 through 17. I would say 13 through 18, but 18, technically, you are considered an adult. You may not act like one, but you are considered, in the United States, you are considered an adult. Now, over in the UK, if 16 is the age of majority. So, you have, okay, Mr. Enigma says, Salad defined teenage as in 18 or 19. No, I mean teenage as in 13 through 17. Minors. I'm talking about minor teens. You have that teen who, goes to school. You're that freshman, in high school, and, you get a crush on your math teacher. Your science teacher, helps you after school or in class. They come over to give you additional help, or you have that tutor. You have that tutor who may come over to give you help with math, language, whatever. And they're just helping you. They're not trying to hit on you or anything. They're just helping you. But that teenage girl, she, she's like, oh, Mr. Smith, he's just so nice. And, he said that I looked nice today, or I had on a, nice dress or something. And, you start to get this crush. So I want to know, um, how much are girls at fault? When you have some girls that may go home and say, uh, there's this guy that I like, very evasive. They're not saying that this guy is an older guy. But again, it's just this one sided love thing going on. Has nothing to do with the guy at all, but it's this one sided love thing going on. And it gets to the point where these girls are overboard. I mean, they've lost it. They are just totally in love with Mr. Smith. And one day they may do something to that where Mr. Smith all of a sudden is aware of how this teenage girl, this minor, feels towards him. And he may, say, now so and so, I'm glad you like me, but I'm your teacher, you're the student, and teenage girls, they can get a little bit hurt. Their feelings can get hurt. Some girls may take it a little further. When I say take it a little further, like all of a sudden they want to get Mr. Smith in trouble because they didn't, respond the way they wanted them to. Or if they find out that Mr. Smith is married or they have this girlfriend, all of a sudden, they're upset with Mr. Smith. So I ask, how much are the girls at fault? Especially if the men have not done anything. Now, when you're 18, 19, and you fall in love with a girl falls in love with a 40-year-old man, some people may say that's gross. Some people say that's way too old, but she's an adult. There's nothing that you can do. Especially if that male responds the same way. So my question is, yes, you do have men who prey on young girls. Absolutely. Absolutely. But what do you do if young girls are preying on older men? What do you do? What do you do if all of a sudden your daughter's, going to your daughter is going to school and they're putting a little on some makeup. The way they dress changes a bit. Maybe the skirts get a little shorter, pants a little tighter, or not even that. Maybe their dress just gets more sophisticated. And you ask them, but again, they're being evasive. So I have another question. So if you have girls that are being evasive with their answers in terms of, do you have a boyfriend that you like or blah, 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 and they're evasive, don't they know that what they're doing is wrong? That they have this crush on Mr. Smith as opposed to, you know, John, who's in their homeroom class? Don't they know that they're, treading in water that they should not? So again, I ask, how much are the girls at fault? I can flip that a little bit too. Um, what about guys? Um, you know, you have female teachers that prey on young boys. Lord knows, we've had in the news where these teenage boys are getting these teachers with child, you know. Um, are the boys at fault? This teacher is coming on to you, whatever. You know that you should not be messing around with this teacher, and you're 15 years old, but you do. Now, if you get caught, she's going to get in trouble anyway. But at the same time, should the boys know better? Hey, crazy. Should the boys know better? You know, are we so quick to blame the adult when and when I say that, again, I say that if you're a male or female adult hitting on a minor, shame on you. That's wrong. You should go to jail. But at the same time, these children, these minors, know that what they're doing is wrong. This young boy is not going to go home and say, "I just had sex with my English teacher." Your daughter's not going to come home and say, "I just had, sex with my math teacher." Or, like I said, let's say that the teacher is doesn't even know what is going on, but she's not going to go home and tell her parents that she has a crush on her math teacher. So that's why I say, how much are the girls at fault? How much are the boys at fault? How much are the minors? I guess I should have put it like that. How much are the minors at fault? Okay, Minnesota says girls are at fault. Okay, you guys are saying hi to each other. Um, I I've read a lot about this, and it's interesting because you have a lot of young girls who actually, when I say young, I'm talking about between the ages of 14 and 17, high school age, freshman through senior. And I'm stopping at 17 because 18 is technically the age where you're an adult. Um, they prefer older men, and not because they want a sugar daddy or anything, because they think that boys their age are immature and they want to be around more mature people. Now, are they mature? No. And then you have young boys who get frustrated with girls their age because they want to go out with them or whatever, but the girls think that they're silly and they're immature. I mean, they have even interviewed teenage girls where they may be dating or friends with uh, a boy their age, and then they meet the older brother who's a lot older, or he's in college, or they meet the father. All of a sudden, they don't want to bother with this kid anymore. But boys don't seem to do that as much. So again, I ask, how much are teenage girls at fault? Okay, Brennan says, who's ever trying to push up with the intention of manipulative is at fault. Okay. Um, Dang, GT, wish you could have started this show an hour earlier. Tonight I'm talking about a movie that goes over a similar scenario. It's thriller called Crush. I mean, it's um Carrie Ellis and Alicia Silverstone. I saw that. So What do you do? Because, you have, and again, I'm talking about girls here because young girls tend to get their feelings hurt, you know, um, when they're in love. Hey, shorty, when they're in love, they want the feeling to come back to them. I love you. I'm interested in you. How come you can't love me? And girls can be spiteful. All of a sudden, Mr. Smith did something to me when, he kept me after school when we were supposed to be working on math, but he was doing this. And more than likely, people are going to look at Mr. Smith sideways before they look at, you know, your daughter sideways. So is it something that parents need to sit down and tell their children, I mean, what? And is it puppy love? So I don't know. I personally think that when you have young boys and young girls who uh, are looking at their teachers or the guy next door or the lady across the street sideways, and you're a minor, especially if they're not looking at you the same way, there's a problem. Not with the adult, but with the child. And again, if the adult is pushing up on you, then absolutely, um, they need to be reckoned with. Okay, Brenda says there's some nasty men out here that have no morals. There's also some fast girls out here. It depends on the scenario. Um, okay, but Brenda, okay, so let me ask this. There are some nasty men out here, and there are some nasty women out here too who go after these underage age boys. But are the girls being fast if they want to be with their math teacher, their English teacher, the guy next door, the mailman, I don't know. Are they fast or do they just, you know, don't want someone that their own age? Do they want to experiment? Okay, Shorty's saying yes. So you're saying that Shorty, are you saying that they don't want to be with anyone their own age or they want to experiment?
Hey,
On your 18. Again, Brina, I'm sorry, Shorty. Brina, I'm talking about minors between the ages of 13 and 17.
listen,
I'm sorry, Shorty.
them some fast, hot look in the little girls. I had to blank out a lot of stuff because I wanted to say, but if you supposed to be going to school to learn, get your education, do what you need to do, and make something out yourself. You know what I mean? You ain't going to school just to hop on a ride and test the ride and see how far you can ride it. You know what I mean?
Okay, but can't you say
Like,
the same thing about young boys who
yes,
get
same
with
thing.
these teachers?
Yes, it's a vice versa thing. It ain't just one thing because these little boys fast, hot in the tail, and they getting a little wet behind their ears just for like females. You supposed to be in school. Stop trying to stick your lollipop in everything because everything ain't good for you. And you gonna catch that right one, you gonna start burning. It might fall off either way it go. I'm just saying.
Okay, so if you found out that your child had a crush on the math teacher. I'm talking about girls having a crush on men. Um, do you immediately get defensive with this male teacher? Do you go into talk? Because what if what if the teacher doesn't even know that this girl has this crush? So do you take her out of his classroom? I mean, what do you do?
Oh Lord, if that happens, the teacher should kind of know. You know, they know, but they're not. I don't know if they're gonna look into it or whatever, whatever, whatever. But I think they know how kids act different when they're around that teacher. You know what I mean? They'll probably swing the hell. Hey, Mr. Cooper, how you doing? Look, and then they should know the differences and the change of the kids because they'll probably get offended to see another girl talking to. What the fuck? Yeah,
Well,
see,
then, okay,
oh
Shorty.
Lord.
Then, okay, then, Shorty.
I see me
Then, if
personally,
it's,
I'll talk to my kid. I will talk to my daughter and be like, look, you a jit, you a little kid, stay in the kid's place. That's a grown man. He probably got kids and a wife at home. So, you know me, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, you know what I mean?
I mean, Shorty.
But
I understand that. And what Brina says, I mean, I thought my history teacher in high school was
yeah,
gorgeous,
we
but
all
we
probably
shouldn't,
thought a
be
teacher
trying
was
to act on
cute
it.
and
But I'm
sexy and
not
stuff.
saying that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not saying I have two scenarios here. The first one is the teacher is not acting on it. But and I do believe that male teachers do know that when they get girls, they get crushes
They
on them,
know.
whatever. But don't you think that's a lot of pressure on them? Because
It is
if they
because they
say the wrong thing and they do the wrong thing, all of a sudden they become this pedophile, and they haven't even done anything.
right. That's true because they can't help how God create them. You know, understand what I'm saying? It's an infatuation that goes both ways. You understand what I'm saying? But they shouldn't act on it. You know what I mean?
But
But
so then should the teacher should Mr. Cooper, um if your daughter has a crush and it's like, it's like every day she, she's getting a little bit more aggressive, whatever, should he ask that your daughter be switched to Mrs. Smith's room?
yes, yes. If he can't, yes. And if I find that out, you definitely gonna get switched. Yeah.
Okay, so can it get to the point where, let's say, five students were switched to Mrs. Smith in within the last year? Doesn't it look bad on Mr. Cooper that he can't handle his classroom?
That's true too. Yeah.
So the person who, to me, who suffers is the teacher. And again, I'm not talking about the teacher who is trying to get with the student. I'm saying the teacher who is trying to run as far away as possible from the student. He just wants to teach.
Well, you might well go ahead and put some pimples on your face and then with some buck teeth in your mouth and come to class like that and hide all the beauty and the gorgeousness. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And Brina says, yeah, that would messed up. I guess the teacher should ask to be removed from teaching that student then. I mean, because I think, especially now, we're in an environment where, I mean, all this stuff was not happening when I was in school. It's like this. If it was, I didn't know. Okay. I was a straight up nerd anyway.
You
So
ain't lying,
so
Brina.
I
Mm,
I I didn't know.
mm.
But I'm just saying that nowadays it's like, if you know, do you even, if the student needs help, do you even want to keep that student after school to help? Do you want to say, okay, you're free, seventh period, I don't have a class, come to my room and I'll help you figure out how to divide, seven from whatever.
See, that's the thing right there,
Do you
Charlotte.
want to do that? Do you even want to help the student because you're afraid that the student or somebody may look, well, what's going on in Mr. Cooper's room?
Look, that's where we mess up at because some students want to ask for help, but some of them do that slick stuff. Be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him to help me and do this and see if I can push up on him. Let me spray this. Go ahead and fix myself up in the bathroom a little, put a little lip gloss on. Mwah. See, they do a lot of seductive stuff like that, but which some students really do need help like that. You understand what I'm saying? But then you got these little fast little girls up here need to get slapped sometimes, ruin it for
Okay,
people.
but again, I'm not helping you because I'm afraid of what
Something might happen, right?
somebody might say. And let's say this girl really needs help. I mean, in terms of her math, she really needs help. But at the same time, while she needs help, she's also, trying to seduce me,
Mm,
you know.
trying to ride that
So
ride.
do you say that you don't help him, and then the student goes
You
home and
better
says,
find
I
somebody.
asked
Look,
Mr.
I'll
Cooper to
find
help
another
me, and
teacher.
Mr. Cooper, okay,
Look, Miss Smith, Miss Smith, can you do me a favor, please? Thank you. Come here. This my
okay,
student right here. You got her too. She need help with this. Can you help her?
okay.
Instead of
So
try to avoid all of that.
let me ask this: do you think that most parents will think that my child would never try to hit
Of
on you? My child would
course.
never do that.
There's parents out there know they'll think something like that. Oh, my daughter's not in the wrong. My daughter's always right. She didn't do anything knowing she the one that started it and pursued it, and he couldn't resist no more, and he fall into the abyss out of nowhere.
Okay, let me ask this. You have a female teacher who is having sex with an underage boy. You have a male student who is having sex with an underage girl. Both minors are their students. Why does it seem like the female teacher is going to get it doesn't seem like the female teacher is going to get most of the angst as opposed to the male teacher?
See, this the thing with that part right there. Solid. That's crazy because see, both of them should get the same, but then in one way, the female having the sex with a boy, but the boy getting props like, oh snap, you banging that? Oh, how that is? Males get props like that. You understand what I'm saying? But then on the other side of
No,
a
no,
female
no.
doing
I'm
the
I'm
male,
I'm talking about, but I'm saying from the
no,
parents.
I'm
It
not.
seems like that the parents would get upset more so that the
It
female
shouldn't be like
teacher
that.
is doing as opposed to the male. I mean,
It shouldn't
both
be like
people
that.
get upset. I mean, that you get upset
Right.
at both of them, but it seems like that the female teacher seems to get more of you know the hate than the
Right.
male
The
teacher.
male, yeah. It shouldn't be like that because you should get upset at both sides because that's an underage student and you grown. You grown. Go take a ride on some on your same age. If you want to test drive a stallion, go ahead. Leave the little cheering alone and let them grow up and hit puberty first instead
Hmm.
of try. That what messes up this. That's what messes up these kids' minds by them doing that. It messes them up, and that's bad.
So do you think that there's something wrong with the guy or the girl if they want to date young? If the guy wants to date someone younger, and the girl wants to date someone older.
Both of them got something wrong with them.
All right. And let's see, Brina says society is hypocritical in that sense. Men look like they're the man, while the woman looks like she's just loose. Yes, yes. I went to high school with a girl who, when we were juniors, she started dating her sister's ex.
Oh no.
So her sister was, let's see, her sister, my sister was the same age. So we were 3 grades apart. So let's see, 17, 18. He would, her sister would have been about 19, but the boy, the man, was like 27. Everyone knew she was dating this guy. They were very open. Her mother even knew. Her mother even knew. Um, they got married. They are still married today. But I always question, and when I see them or I think about them, I always kind of look at him sideways, like the sister was not only like 2.5 years older. Okay, you didn't like the sister, but then you went to this girl that was in high school. So is it him or is it her?
It's probably both.
I
Solid.
mean,
Dang it. It's probably both.
so I I don't know. I don't know. I just think that you know, but again, if we lived in the UK, 16 is the age of majority. When you're 16, you're considered grown. So are you going to look at a 16-year-old, dating a 25-year-old if you're in the UK? Are you going to look at them sideways?
Wait, did you just say and where who 16 grown what? Who what?
England, in the United
England.
Kingdom. Yes,
Uh-huh.
England.
They so when
So
a girl
so
turns
so so
16, they grown?
Scotland, all those places, anything that falls under the UK at 16, they are considered an adult.
So they can go ahead and get them a job, get them a car,
Yes,
and
yes,
oh
yes,
God,
yeah,
Lord, no Jesus.
yeah. But
Mm-mm.
then, but shorty. Okay, so this is where I introduce where we're saying, oh my God. So you have you know Mrs. Jones having sex with your son that's 14, and everyone's upset. But yet you have Alabama and places like Mississippi that have laws where it's okay, that are on the books, where it's okay to marry a 10-year old girl.
That you know what? That's disgusting.
So okay,
Right there is disgusting.
if let's say Mr. Cooper
Mm-hmm.
did, he saw that, Susie
Mm-hmm.
liked him, and he was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, so he and Susie start, getting together, and then
Mm-hmm.
Susie's mom finds out you live in one of these states where they allow basically statutory rape. That's what it is. You're
That's what it
allowing that.
is.
So
Mm-hmm.
could my defense be, well, so if I were to ask Susie to marry me, am I okay? But since we're not married, all of a sudden I am raping a minor, but yet I can marry a 10-year-old girl.
That's that. Oh Lord Jesus. I don't care where it's at. Alabama, Mississippi, Scotland, wherever they got them crazy laws at. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's like who
Okay,
does
but
that?
again, can Mr. Cooper use that as a defense, saying
Of
if I
course,
were
you
to
know he
marry?
will.
Okay,
Of
but
course he will.
doesn't he have a point? Doesn't he have a point? Like if I were to marry her, everything's fine. But since we're not married, all of a sudden I am raping her. But yet you're allowing, a 40-year-old man to marry a 10-year-old girl. I mean, I'm
You
just asking the
you have a
question.
point. You have a point, Solid. Don't get it twisted. You do have a point, cause he got his little defense mechanism, but that's still sick.
It
Like let me
is.
I swear, let me catch one of mine. I swear they gonna die before they even get in the.
I mean,
Oh Lord.
and again, I mean, when you have laws on the books, where I'm
I'll
getting,
move out that state. I wouldn't give a damn.
I'm getting political here, y'all. But I am trying to make a point where you have laws where,
Thank you,
depending
Brittany.
upon what state you're in, you have 10 and 11-year-old girls who are basically being forced to have babies, from their attackers. But yet,
Wow.
let's say, again, Susie gets pregnant by Mr. Cooper. It wasn't her attacker. They both had had mutual
Intercourse.
feelings towards
Right.
each other. She got pregnant. Would that be so bad? Considering that again, you're forcing this 10-year-old girl down the street to have a baby by someone that abused her because of this law. So again, I'm just trying to make a point. I mean, isn't it hypocritical?
It is hypocritical because I will move from that state. I will not be in no state will have some crazy mess like that saying if you attracted to a kid that ain't even hit puberty yet, but then you up there taking that kid virginity and grooming them to do what you want and grow up like that. That's disgusting and that's sick. I will move from that. Oh Lord.
But again, I say in court, can that be a defense? Why are you telling me that I did all this
If
bad
you in the
stuff to
state,
someone, whatever, but yet again, the same state is making my neighbor's child have this baby, and she was, a victim of rape or whatever.
how that's supposed to work, solid?
I mean,
By
you're
you
right.
go to
I mean, no,
court
I mean
doing that.
seriously. I'm just saying because the laws are so messed up that to me, I think that anyone who has sex with a minor, y'all need to seriously go and get some therapy, and
They
you
need
all
help.
you all
Like
you all need help.
they're
But at the
grooming them.
same time, when we have laws that allow it,
Them some sick mother efforts in that Congress to have that go down like that in the. They don't think about it. They don't think about it. They'll say something like that. But if it comes out to their kid, somebody do that to their kid. Oh, it's gonna be a whole big problem. We need to change all of this. This need to go. This need to go, and this need to be put in. You can't switch the table like that. You can't do it. They don't
well,
think about stuff like that. They don't care for other people cheering, but when it comes down to their kids, their grandkids, their nieces, their nephews, it's gonna be a big problem.
you know what, Shorty? Unfortunately, I don't think they would care.
You think they won't care? You think they won't care? They
I
saying
mean,
they
I
won't
mean, I
care
mean,
now,
just, I
but
mean, no, I mean,
let one on come to
I
them.
mean, I'm just saying that. I mean, it's, I mean, they don't care. I mean, because it, at any moment, I mean, when you have laws that condone one thing and then they allow
Yeah,
something else, that's why I say if you are a teenage girl in love with an older man, and
slap the
that
hell out of
man he reciprocates the feelings, or you
them.
have an older woman who reciprocates the feelings of this young boy, and you all are doing whatever you all are doing, and y'all get caught, and all of a sudden you have these two adults who are arrested. But again, I say you're allowing, but yet the same place is allowing underage
All of them need to go to jail.
girls to
That's what they
get.
need to do. All they need to go to jail.
Okay, all
F
right,
that.
all right,
Y'all is some sick individuals, mother effers. I'm
okay.
telling you.
And Crazy
Oh,
says money and power, they don't care. Brina's like, right. So
so let me ask you a question, right? What
mhm.
happens, God forbid, what happens if when your son was like around that age and one of them half fast teachers want to sit up there and is attracted to your son? What would you do?
Oh, I would beat her ass.
Thank you. Right in the teacher's right there.
It's like, excuse me, this is a child,
And if
you
you go
know.
to jail and you put this in the court, what would you think happened to you? Would you get set free or they'll condone that?
I would say that they would not set me free, but um they wouldn't set me free because I would have beat her ass so much that, excuse my French, I would
Put
have
our
beat her
ass
up
in a
so,
coma. I feel you.
yes, you
I
know,
feel you. I got you.
so I mean, you know, I don't understand how people are attracted to. to young. I don't understand I know it's a sickness, but I don't understand the attraction that adults
I
have
don't.
with young people. I don't get it. Um
You know what it is? Cause you know they be talking. You know how kids be talking in there. Oh yeah, I did it like this. I bound town and da 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 da. And they probably be like, oh, I wonder if I can get him and try to, you know what I mean? I wonder if I can. He'll do me the same way. I'm tired of these older men. They ain't doing me right. Let me go and get me a little young thing so I can, you know what I mean? I'll do this and
well,
do
see,
that. And you know,
I mean, I'm just saying the whole thing with. Okay, let me ask this, and there some people may. I'm throwing this out here, y'all. I'm playing both sides here, so don't jump on me. I mean, whatever. So, all right.
mm,
So, okay, crazy's like, what was she about to say? All right. So, what is there a difference between a pedophile and, let's say, Mr. Cooper, who happened to get with his student, and or Mrs. Smith, who happened to get with her student? Um, is there a difference between a pedophile and Mr. Smith? I mean, Mrs. Smith and Mr. Cooper?
hell no, they all still the same because they doing the same thing. It ain't no difference. Cause she's a female, he's a male. That ain't no
No, no,
difference.
no,
Cause
no.
y'all
That
still
no,
doing the
that's
same.
no. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we consider society can. Okay, to me, a pedophile is someone who, you have this fixation with young people. You want to, you want to consistently just have sex with these young people. Like you have men who are fixated on 3-year-old girls, and
Uh-huh.
whatever. That's what I'm talking about, as opposed to Mr. Cooper and Mrs. Smith, who are just getting and having sex with their students. Is there a difference?
Oh.
Okay, so
Okay,
you're
say
saying they okay,
maybe.
so crazy. You actually put it better. Is there a difference between a sex offender and a pedophile?
Mm, to me, no. It's still the same thing. To me, it's the same thing because you still messing with young kids. That's not in your legal bracket. You understand what I'm saying? Get in your bracket lane. Don't step down into the Lord. Let them develop. They catching them while they're young so they can groom them up to what they want to be. You shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, so GP says illegal is illegal. So, but is I mean, but so is it wrong to say that one is worse than the other, or both of them are bad?
Both of them bad. Is no comparison around that. Both of them is bad.
Okay,
Mm.
so if your 16-year-old daughter moved to the UK, where at 16 she's an adult and she's fooling around with Mr. Cooper over in the UK, um, only thing you can pretty much do is be pissed, because there's nothing that you can do to him, nothing you can do to her.
That's true. But see, that's still my child. So I can go over there and whoop her ass if I want to. Cause it's still my child.
But
I
you
don't care
can't.
what
Okay,
nobody
all right,
say.
okay, but
I don't care
okay,
what
so
state it is. That's still my
okay,
child.
so you go over to the UK, whooping your daughter's behind, and next thing you know, what if she calls the police
I
on
don't
you?
give a damn if I wish she would. I wish
Oh
she would
Lord.
call a popos on me because by the time I'm done with her, I will be going to jail after I'm done with both of them. How about that? Hmm? I give you something to call the popos for.
Okay, let's say your daughter um has a crush on Mr. Cooper.
Oh God.
She is she's 16. I'm saying 16 because 16 is that middle, you're not 18, you're not 14 anymore, you're
Solid, you
16.
ain't helping me none at all because she's gonna be a teen soon coming up,
I mean, I'm
and
I'm
you ain't
I'm
helping
okay.
me
Hold
with
on
none
now.
of
Now
that.
listen. So she has this crush on Mr. Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she does not act on it. I mean, she's not trying to, she's not batting her eyes or anything. She just has this secret crush. And he knows that she has a crush, but again, he's being the teacher. He's trying to be the professional. All right, you find out about this crush. Okay, what do you do? And again,
Well, what?
she's not batting eyes. She has her own little crush in private. Even her best friend doesn't know. And Mr. Cooper, he kind of knows, but he's being professional. He's not doing anything. What do you do? And
You
let's
want the
say
real
and let's say
answer? Or you
Mr.
want the
Cooper.
sugarcoat answer?
I'm going to say Mr. Cooper's 30. Can I have a reason
Oh,
for saying that he's 30? So Mr.
hell
Cooper's
no.
30, and your daughter is 16. She has a silent crush on Mr. Cooper.
I'm gonna give you the real honest answer because I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. See, if I find out Anna has some secret crush like that, bro, I'm gonna sit her ass down and tell her. I already talked to her, but I'm gonna be like, look, your education is more important than trying to be crushing on some man that's way older than you and probably got more
But
kids than
again,
you
it's
ever
a
had.
secret crush. She
I
she
understand it's
knows
a
that he's
secret
too
crush.
old. She knows
I
he's
know.
too old, but she
But
just got this.
but
Ooh,
look,
Mr. Cooper,
solid.
he's
Sometimes
cute.
I don't give listen. I don't give a damn if it's a secret crush, Elma Mater, or you got a legal whatever the hell you want to call it. No, because that secret crush can go into something else. Into like, ooh, is this my chance? Can I do this? Cause that secret crush can develop into something more than that. So that's why you got to get it out of them now. Because oh Jesus. Solid, you making me have heart attacks, panic attacks over here. Jesus help me.
Well, can I say something? I'm about to say something. I'm sorry. I have to say it. And y'all who are in that space, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's just hope that the collard green juice don't come out. So
Oh God. Oh God. Solid. Solid
I had to
no.
say it. I had to say it. So
Listen.
y'all were in that space. So
Oh my
no,
God.
I had to say it. 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 So
Listen, solid.
okay.
I swear if that
So
she gonna get the daylight
moving.
beats out of her. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and then Ace comes in right after I said that.
Crazy, shut the hell up. No,
Ace Ace
Anna,
Ace. I had to mention
come
the
here.
stop yelling, Shorty. Go on mute. You
No, I'm
gonna
finna
yell?
talk.
So Ace. I had one of the scenarios that I had to bring up the collard green juice. I just had to say it. I just had to say it. So all right, so Shorty, so now, so now I have to ask this then. Your daughter is now 18 or 19. Mr. Cooper is now 33. She still has this crush. She's
See?
starting to let him know that she has this crush. She's no longer a minor. And so, she and Mr. Cooper are getting together. Do you have a problem with
Mm-mm.
that?
Hell yeah, I still got a problem with that. That's still my baby. And he's still old enough. I don't give a damn if he's 33, 35, and she 19 and 18. Hell no. She's gonna get now she gonna get oh I'm telling you.
Crazy says she about to get rocks off.
No, it ain't no more get her rocks off.
Oh Lord,
She better not let me
Lord.
Anna,
Well,
come here.
okay, okay,
Anna,
okay.
let me ask you
I
a
have to.
question. Come here, Anna.
I
Anna,
have
come here. Let me ask you.
Shorty. Shorty, I have to say this, and for y'all who are in this space, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. So, uh, Okay, and Crazy says she dated a 32-year-old at 19. I mean because now it's like you're an adult. So, I you may not like it, but you're an adult. So, let's see, GP. Hey, GP.
Hey, GP, just make sure you worry about your school, okay, baby? That's all I'm just saying. Don't worry about it,
GP.
Anna. Just do it.
GP.
Is my audio okay?
You are low. I can hear you, but you are low.
Man, I don't know. I changed headphones too. I don't know if that works or not. Damn it. I don't know. Ever since I did the Podbean update, my audio's been fading.
I have learned not to update Podbean anymore because when you do, things just get worse.
I'm learning the hard way now. Okay, then let me try to figure this out. I'll call back.
Okay. All right. So, Shorty, one thing I can say, well, at least you don't have a male, and at least Mrs. Smith doesn't have a snake, right?
What you mean? I got 4 boys and I got 1 girl. What you mean? I gotta worry about all of this. And my son, who's after Anna, he's a charmer. So that's why I gotta watch him
But
because
but
he'll
okay,
sit up there and
just make sure that just make sure that there are no snakes in the house.
it ain't no snakes and it ain't no bunny rabbits either up in this month. Oh, solid, solid.
I'm sorry, but I mean there were people who were in that space, and I had to say it. I
Shut
had
up, crazy.
okay, okay.
What you
So
mean?
okay, Shorty. Okay. This
This
is
this
totally.
this is not it because you gonna make me want to strangle them. And two of them sitting right here too. Lord Jesus.
Oh Lord, 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 Lord,
I
Lord.
had to call Anna
So
and
much. There's
tell
so
her.
there's so much. There's so much that I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. I am not
No,
going to say it. I'm
solid.
not going to say it.
You
I'm
stressing me,
I'm
solid. You over here
I'm not.
stressing me. Cause I got both of them right here, and I just told Anna you better worry about yourself in school.
Hey,
She's like, oh,
Mute, 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 mute. Sorry. Oh boy, you gotta tell your boys, don't that you won't no 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 go no 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 no. Oh, and Crazy says Shorty stress. But you know what? Shorty is in my space. She is in my space today. Oh Lord. Well, that's all I got, y'all. We were able to talk about the teenage girls and teenage boys and Mr. Smith and Mr. Cooper, and I was able to talk about the snake and the and the collard green juice. Well, I didn't talk about it; I just mentioned it. Crazy says my teachers were all ugly for the most part.
solid, you stressed me
Well,
out at the end. Talking about some collard green juice and some damn snakes. Mr. Brina, 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 stop it right now.
oh. After all, maybe hanging with Mr. Cooper. Never know.
No.
You never know. All right, y'all. I'm going. Shorty, you have any last words besides the fact that you're stressed?
No. I'm stressed right now, solid. You got me stressing over here. I just want to karate chop both of them in their neck right now. But I'm not gonna
Oh, well, I would say something else.
say what's on your
Can I
mind,
say
solid.
something
Say
else?
what's on
Okay.
your mind, solid.
Say
You
something
know
else.
you want to anyway.
Again, if y'all were in this space last week, instead of dealing with Mr. Cooper and Mrs. Smith, you could get something that is so loud it'll sound like a jet engine.
Oh wow. Not a jet engine.
So again, if y'all were in that space, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna. So, Shorty, do you have any last words?
No solid. No.
Okay, but then I'm gonna leave y'all with Al Green. I'm still in love with you, Mr. Enigma. Thanks for coming back, but we are ending the show now. But I have another sort of controversial show tomorrow. You know, and I have some more stuff to bring up possibly. Oh boy. All right, y'all. Shorty, thanks for coming up on the panel. And everybody, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing in the chat. And here's Al Green. I'm still in love with you.
Spending my day thinking about you, girl. Being here with you, being near with you, can't explain myself. I feel like I do, though it hurt me so to let you know. And I look in your eyes, let me know how you feel. Let me know if the love is really real. But it seems to me that I'm wrapped up in love. Don't you know that I'm still in love? Shut up in love with you. Yeah. Heaven knows that I'm still in love. Shut up in love with you. Hey, hey. When I look in your eyes, and all the years I see me loving you and you loving me. It seemed to me that I'm wrapped up in love. Don't you know that I'm still in love? Shut up in love with you. Hey, to know that I'm still in love. Shut up in love with you. Yeah, I tried, wanted to.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And again, Shorty, thanks for popping up on the chat with me. And everyone else, enjoy your day or evening. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.